Once again, we are seeing our trucks being set alight on major highways throughout South Africa. The reasons for this is a little bit unclear. It seems on the one hand like it's some kind of protest against foreign truck drivers, where local truck drivers are angry that foreign truck drivers are taking their jobs, working for lower rates. That was part of the story at one point. The next part of the story we heard was, perhaps it's some anniversary celebration of our 2021 riots when Jacob Zuma was carted off to jail. I don't think either of these are the real answer. I think that the real answer lies in just about every problem that we have in South Africa with the failure of the ANC government to run the country properly. Quite simply, as we all know, anyone who travels on our major highways, most of those trucks shouldn't be there. Most of the stuff that they are carrying, long distances, should be sent by rail. But the ANC saw fit to put a joker like Fikile Mbalula in charge of the transport department, and while he was there, the rail lines were literally gutted, stolen. Thanks to our Minister of Transport at the time, Fikile Mbalula, and PRASA, we virtually have no rail network. Could you imagine if Cecil John Rhodes could be resurrected 120 years after he died, and he had this vision of starting train from Cape to Cairo? If he came back to South Africa now to see that we have less rail than what we did 100 years ago, it would be a cruel joke. But here we are. So we do not have rail that we can use for transporting goods. We're forced to use trucks for these long-haul transportation. And what does that do? Well, that gives rise to our favorite thing that we love so much in South Africa. You used to think that we loved Bosberaats, or that President Ramaphosa liked commissions of inquiry. But there's one thing that we do even better than that, and that is that we set up mafias. Can't call them cartels because these aren't legitimate businesses. Well, now we have a proper transport mafia. It's a very lucrative business to get a truck, run them up and down, carrying cargo. Companies have no option because they can't use rail. So you go along and you say, listen, buddy, if you want to transport your goods, we're the guys, or else look at what happens. So this is just a continuation of what we've seen with the building mafia. It's what we've seen everywhere in this country. So when you hear people trying to pass this off as some kind of anti-foreigner thing, or as some kind of political point scoring, and it's the Zuma faction getting frisky again, it's nothing of the sort. This is just the ANC doing what they do best, and that is ruining things. So once again, it's given rise to a transport mafia, and South Africa pays the price. We literally pay the price in insurance premiums. We pay the price in inefficiencies. Our reputation gets sullied again in the global view of the country. And I presume when our president does finally wake up from his slumber, he'll be shocked and surprised that his own transport mafia is actually burning trucks. It's sickening. We need to get out there and make sure that we vote in the next election.